Our first story of the day is regarding former President Donald Trump accusing Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg of misconduct on Saturday in his first 2024 campaign rally in Waco, Texas. Facing the prospect of an indictment in the coming days, we all heard last week that he was supposedly going to be arrested. Trump argued to his supporters gathered at the airport that Democrats are again using underhanded tactics to disrupt his political career by targeting him with yet another hoax. And it sounds like it is, in fact, a hoax. Another witch hunt, folks. They've been coming down. Ever since I've been coming down the escalator, they've been looking for something under the hood. The FBI raids Mar-a-Lago. Rifles through Melania's underwear. Can you believe it? Melania's underwear. Jim, where you at? The camera's in the background turning off. Well, I mean, he's not wrong with saying it's probably a hoax. So Bragg is investigating me for something that is not a crime, not a misdemeanor, not an affair. He told this to the crowd, alluding to the inquiry over alleged hush money payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels during the 2016 election cycle. Quote, "This is misconduct," Trump continued. "The innocence of people makes no difference to these radical left maniacs." Again, not wrong. I mean, everything he's saying here is true. They've done everything they possibly can to try to bring this man down, which tells you something about Trump. Even though the things that come out of his mouth, and I know the Democrats want to say he's dirty, and I'm sure there's some dirty aspects of things he's done, but he has to be one of also the cleanest guys ever because they can't get this guy on anything. They've gone through his taxes, can't find anything. They've gone through Melania's underwear drawer, couldn't find anything. They've gone through his house and found some classified documents in the same way that they found Mike Pence had classified documents, Barack Obama, hell, everybody's had classified documents everywhere. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but can you imagine if they looked under the hood the same way they did with Trump to Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama and what they would find? They would find a hell of a lot of things. Their head would spin. They don't even know what to do with it all. Well, Trump also insisted Bragg has nothing on him and claimed that the prosecutor stacked his office with D.C. operatives to make sure that Trump got taken care of. And we see that kind of with Twitter. We've seen that with the FBI. I mean, we see this with a lot of government programs as well as public companies, again, like Twitter, going after Donald Trump, silencing him. I mean, it is crazy what has been going on these last 4+ years. Well, the investigation by Bragg, a Democrat, is one of several Trump faces as he ramps up his third campaign for the White House. But the former president has placed most of his focus on New York criminal inquiry in recent weeks amid reports of law enforcement making preparations for a possible indictment in Trump. I mean, this is what everybody's talking about because they want to see Trump in cuffs. This could do amazing things for Trump. It's not a good thing for the country and our social fabric of what's taking place here, but the optics of it, seeing Trump carried off in handcuffs, I mean, his base would go ballistic. And I'm one of his base, folks. I'm a Trump supporter. I've said that time and time again. Well, not just the fact that he thinks there's misconduct, but Trump is also dropping the fact that, hey, the Manhattan DA Bragg has already dropped the case against him. Check this out. So former President Donald Trump claims that Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg has dropped an investigation into him over the hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels. Trump made the assertion while speaking to reporters, again, while he's basically going to his jet in Waco, Texas, and he reported this to Axios. Cool, I think they've already dropped the case, Trump said. It's a fake case, some fake cases. They have absolutely nothing. Trump didn't say what led him to believe he was off the hook. A spokesperson for Bragg, a Democrat as well. I mean, there's just Democrats everywhere, right? Democrats upon Democrats on top of Democrats. Declined to comment Sunday on Trump's remarks, but pointed to an unrelated Saturday statement that referred to the Daniels hush money probe as an ongoing matter. Trump's remarks came a day after he sparked controversy with social media posts that showed him aiming a baseball bat at Bragg's head. I mean, like, this isn't the first time Trump's posted something like that. Do you remember he was doing WWF or WWE wrestling stuff, and there was a picture of him, like, knocking out CNN, and that was while he was president, so CNN just lost their ish over it, made it a way bigger deal than what it needed to be, whereas you could just look at it, and it was just more of a comedic thing than anything. But everything Trump does, people have to blow their lids over and make it such a big deal, when in fact it was just a statement some dude said that's a billionaire that a lot of people love or hate, and that's it. But again, everything that this guy does, people just had to blow it out of proportion. I mean, the media can't wait for this guy to get back in office, folks. You got to agree with that. I mean, the Democrats, the reporters, CNN, they need this guy back in office or else they're just all going to tank. Well, they also came a week to the day after he wrongly predicted he would be arrested on March 21st, leading to a surge in donations and his standing in the polls. Now, look, yes, he was wrong, but I'm sure he had a lot of kind of not evidence, but a good inkling that he was going to be arrested on Tuesday of the other week. But then you had this report that came out, supposedly a bombshell report, that Cohen was lying, his attorney, in the statement, and that basically there was emails and documentation saying that it wasn't hush money, that he wasn't paid for certain things. I mean, this is all alleged, of course. We don't really know for sure, but man, folks, nonetheless, it is insane. Let me know what you think, folks. Do you think Trump's going to be going to jail this week? Do you think he's going to be arrested? Do you think he's going to be indicted? Or do you think this whole thing is over and it's done? I think what's going to happen, my best guess is, I don't think it is done. I think they're going to try and find more witnesses to basically try to beat out that documentation that they had, because they want to do everything they can, you guys, to keep this going. Look, January 6th fell apart the second that Tucker Carlson released some footage of the 40,000 hours of footage to disprove everything they've done. You had the January 6th committee come out and say, look, we don't know what to do. We're going to blame our employees because our employees looked through all the video, but they didn't bring it to us. We haven't, in fact, seen it, but we're going to spend freaking years going after this man and saying this and saying that, giving certain videotapes and footage to certain media outlets to sit there and run the same thing over and over again and push this whole narrative. They're going to do everything they possibly can to make sure they can get this guy in cuffs and behind bars.
I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.